Our Toastmaster president's Josh Cantor. You see how those 5 words set up an expectation. This isn't a talk on 25 ways to love Alabama. This is a limerick, whether you like it or not. How many people think it's easy to write a limerick? No. All right, well, I hope after today you'll be inspired to dip your fingers into this ink. We'll be talking about the features of a limerick. We'll use those to write our own, and then we'll talk about how to improve your skill. Taking an example, a bonny young lassie named Laura, a sight for sad eyes filled with sorrow. But her boyfriends were doomed because her last name, Lebroom, swept them into the gutter begoar. So, the features that we see, there is a sing-song rhythm. The second couplet has only 2 accented beats instead of 3. And finally, we have a singleton, a lonely line at the end, which is the punchline. Now we'll use these to write our own limerick. Our Toastmaster president is Josh Cantor. In order to write the second line, the first trick that we use is a rhyming dictionary, which we can find online. And it gives us these sample rhymes. So we choose one. The word banter is not one I would associate with Josh. And so, it might be funny. How about something like, he's not much given to banter. Now, if you look at our sample poem here, you'll see that the 3rd and 4th lines, they're shorter. They catch us up with a surprise because of their insistent rhythm, and they have a different topic. We've been talking about Laura, now we're talking about her boyfriends. And they set up the joke at the end. So in our poem, we want to find the joke. We don't know what that is. So the next trick is to skip to the end. We write the last line first, the 3rd. So again, we look for a rhyme. Enchanter is a nice contrast to not given to banter, but it's actually too nice. It's not funny. Sorry, Josh. Planter. Spy stories hide gadgets in planters, and Josh is somewhat given to gadgets like that little camera. So, something in the planter, there's a transmitter hid in the planter. All right, now we're looking for, if this is the punchline, we want to find the setup. He's not much given to banter, but there's a transmitter hid in the planter. So what's happening in between? Well, what's that transmitter doing for him? Maybe he's bubbly, he's gay. And then, we need to, the 3rd line will connect it up. Our Toastmaster president is Josh Cantor. He's not much given to banter. So why do they say that he's bubbly and gay? There's a transmitter hid in that planter. And so, we used our rhyming dictionary to get the 2nd and the last lines, And then we use this bracket here to find a joke and to connect it up. Now let's talk about how to get good. This is a skill to learn. So remember, it took Mozart 4 years to write his first composition, counting from the day he was born. So why not give yourself 4 weeks? If you find that the meter isn't quite right, you can refine that later. And if you're really stuck, just start all over again with a different rhyme. Limericks can be very useful. Jake, how many realtors do you compete against?
A lot.
A lot. You need to stand out and be unique. How about this house that I'm trying to sell is a house that's right out of... You see how rhythm and rhyme set up the joke? With rhythm and rhyme, you can have a good time. It makes it a cinch to be funny. For a product to sell, or a conflict to quell, or to please your own special event. Now this may seem like a silly pastime, but humor is a great attribute. It's a release for yourself and for your audience. Writing limericks, you can develop your wit, your intuition, your ability to think outside of your box. And this is personal growth, and that's not funny. How many people now think that it might be easy to write a limerick? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Excellent. Well, let's have a challenge for next week and see what you bring up. And remember, use the rhyme, Luke. Use the rhyme. And don't forget, boy, to take your time. If a joke you intend, just skip to the end, and you'll be ending by nary a dime.